Welcome in the world of artificial intelligence under artificial intelligence using Python series of lecture. This is lecture on heuristic search method part 5. Hi, I am Dr. Sunil from GCS Solutions. The contents of this lecture are the taboo search, that is discussion of taboo search and application of taboo search on the minimum spanning tree with constraints. Before I get into the actual discussion of this taboo search and its application on minimum spanning tree, I recommend you to watch video lecture 17 of this series so that you will understand the basics and the terminologies used in taboo search. So here I will be focusing on the more formal discussion of the taboo search, which will be helpful for you to understand that how taboo search is applied on minimum spanning tree with constraint. Let us now see this algorithm more formally so that one can write some actual program out of this logical steps of the algorithm. So algorithm is taboo search, which takes arguments at the start node. Now, as we already seen that best solution is start, then current best solution n is also start, then put this n into closed list. Closed list is nothing but the taboo list. Then here the taboo list size is maintained, which is given some maximum value. Say maximum value can be any suitable value like 4, 5, 10. Then taboo tenure is set with a value t, small t. While some terminating condition is not met, do this, repeat these steps. So as we have seen that the moveGen function will generate the neighbors of the n which are stored in the child. Then child list is holding all the neighbors of n, and from that child whatever is in the close is removed, that is whatever is in the taboo list that is removed from the child. Then depending on the aspiration criteria, whatever best nodes are there from the closed are chosen, those best nodes are chosen and are added to the child. Now the front node from the child is picked and that is removed from the child. Now here for each neighbor in the child, check the fitness of the neighborhood with compare to the node n. Now here the value of n is updated because we started the n with start node, which was considered to be the current best solution. But now as we have got the neighborhood of n, then we can think of choosing the best from this neighborhood, and that is done with this using this for loop. So for this each neighbor in the child, check the fitness of the neighbor. Is it better than the current best solution, which is n for now? Then your n is updated to neighbor. This way our best neighbor from the child is extracted, that is put in n. Now we know that the best solution in our case we have recorded the start node. But if that best solution has a option better than best, which is nothing but the n, then your best solution is changes to n. Now this way your closed list is updated, which is nothing but the elements in the closed and the best solution we got, that is n. So this way this closed is appended with the best solution n. Now if the size of closed is greater than the taboo list size, so here closed list has certain k number of elements or k number of states or moves. Otherwise the size of the closed will grow like anything, that is uncontrolled, and to restrict that thing, here this step is followed. And if the size of closed is greater than the certain fixed taboo list size, which is max, or we may call it as a k even, then remove some nodes from the closed and keep certain max size number of best nodes in the closed, and again the algorithm iterates. How long it keeps going? Till terminating condition is met. Now let us try to understand the moveGen function. moveGen function is very simple. It returns the child or children of the n. It maintains the list successor list, and in that successor list the children of n are added, and that is returned to the taboo search algorithm. Now how append works? It takes two lists, it appends this and return the new list, which is nothing but the combination of these two lists, L1 and L2. Now what of the fitness function? Fitness function takes a node and it uses the function, some function which has certain aspiration criteria. Now that node is evaluated based on certain aspiration criteria, and that is stored in score, and that score is returned. So this fitness function will basically inspect each of the nodes for the aspiration criteria, and that score is returned to the taboo search. Now what is the aspiration criteria? ASP function takes the taboo list, and for each of the node in the taboo list, it will see that the node chosen from the taboo list, whether it gives the better solution than the current best solution, or if the taboo tenure of the node has reached to 0, then it will return all such nodes to the taboo search algorithm. Now termination criteria depends upon problem at hand, as we have already seen, and some of the possible terminating criteria are that if a maximum number of iterations are reached, then stop iteration, or if the best solution is found which is better than the current one and which is meeting some certain threshold value, then also one can stop. Hope that you have understood this taboo search. Let us now see the example to understand this algorithm, that is taboo search, more practically. So here the example is from the graph domain, that is finding minimum spanning tree with the given constraint, and the main objective is to connect all the nodes of the graph in such a way that it forms a minimum spanning tree which has a minimum cost. Now the given graph is that there are 5 nodes A, B, C, D and E, and the edges are A to B 20. Now this 20 is the cost of the edge. Now A to C is 10, A to D is 15, C to D is 25, C to E is 5, B to E is 30 and D to E is 40. Now with the help of traditional Prim's or Kruskal algorithms, we will get the minimum spanning tree with path AB, AC, AD and CE included, and the cost will be 20 plus 10 plus 15 plus 5, that is 50. But this cost is acceptable only in the case where there is no constraint specified. So these pink colors are the edges which are included in the minimum spanning tree covering all the nodes. But what if the constraints are considered? Now the given constraints for the problem is like constraint 1, if path AD is included with path DE, then penalty is of 100. At most one of the 3 paths AD, CD and AB can be included. If any 2 paths out of these 3 are included, then penalty is 100, and if all 3 paths are included, then penalty is 200. Now with this constraint, if we evaluate the solution either of Prim's or Kruskal, then it won't be of 50, that is the low cost solution will not be of 50, or minimum cost solution for the spanning tree will not be 50, it will be something else, which we'll see in the next slide. Let us now see the solution of the minimum spanning tree with the constraint. As we have seen in the earlier slide, that if the traditional Prim's or Kruskal algorithms are used, then the path included in the minimum spanning tree are AB, AC, AD and CE. So that comes out to be 50. But if constraints are considered, then this cost will not be 50, it will be something else. Now what it is? Let us try to understand this with the application of constraint, that is applying constraint 1 and constraint 2 on the current solution. So constraint 1 says that if AD is included with DE, then penalty is 100. So here AD is included but there is no DE, so constraint 1 is not applicable. Now constraint 2 says that of these three paths AD, CD and AB, if 2 are used, then penalty is 100. If all 3 are used, penalty is 200, and at most one of the 3 can be included. Now here AD is used and AB is also used. So as these two paths are used, so constraint 2 is applied and penalty of 100 will be added to the 50. Now the overall cost of this minimum spanning tree will be 150 instead of just 50. So that's why now the algorithm taboo search will try to add the new edges which are the neighborhoods of the current solution. Now these new neighborhoods are BE, that is edge BE or path BE, path CD and path DE. So with respect to this, let us focus on the table where I am pointing now. Now here to the given solution, existing solution, which is nothing but AB plus AC plus AD plus D, what if BE is added removing CE? So let us see here where I am pointing. So for this, in CE is replaced with BE. Now cost of BE is 30, but you know well that the constraints are applied now with this new inclusion of BE. Now if AD is used with DE, that is constraint 1, then penalty is 100. So there is AD but no DE. But if AB is used with either CD or AD, then penalty is 100. Now we'll see that constraint 2 is applied to this path or not. So AB is there and AD is also there. So the penalty of 100 is added to this path, that is AB plus AC plus AD plus BE, which is nothing but 75, and the 75, which is the original cost, plus the constraint penalty, that is of AD and AB, which is 100. So this cost comes out to be 175. Similarly, instead of instead of CE, if AC is replaced with BE, then we'll get new cost 70. But you know that if constraint 1 and constraint 2s are applied on this particular solution, which is AB, BE, AD and CE, the penalty of 100 will be added, which is just because of the AB and AD, which is a second constraint to be applied on this path, on this solution rather. So this way it will be 70 plus 100, 170. Similarly, for replacement of AB with BE, then the new solution will be BE, AC, AD and CE, and this will be 60, but again penalty of 100, it will be 160. Similarly, for this original solution AB, AC, AD and CE, now if AD is replaced with CD, so here it is shown AD is replaced with CD. Now the new cost will be 60, but again penalty of 100 is there. Now for the path AC, if path AC is replaced with CD, so here it is shown that AC is replaced with CD with respect to the current solution we are talking of. So here penalty of 200. Why? Because constraint 2 says that if AD CD and AB are used, all three are used, then penalty is 200. So 65 plus 200 is 265. Similarly, for inclusion of DE by removing CE and inclusion of DE after removing AC and inclusion of DE after removing AD, this will result in the path like AB plus AC plus AD plus DE, then which is 85, then AB plus DE plus AD plus CE, which is 80, and AB plus AC plus DE plus CE, which is 75. But do remember, if we consider this new path AB plus AC plus DE plus CE, none of these two constraints are applicable on this new path and the solution is 75. So the original solution was 50 plus 100, that is 150, and the new best solution we got is 75. So for next iteration this path will be chosen and some other possibilities will be tried. We'll see in the next slide. Before I try to explain this particular iteration 2, I will expect you to pause the video to do the calculations of adding some path, that is path AD, BE and CD, because we have already got a solution with inclusion of path AB plus AC plus DE plus CE, and whatever remaining paths are there, those paths can be tried. Now do remember here that DE is now a taboo. Why? Because we have considered that DE, which is the new path added to the original solution. So here that is put in the taboo list. Now as we have seen that all the taboo moves which will give better solution can be added in the current solution. So we'll try to do that thing. So here the new remaining paths or neighborhoods of the existing solution AB, AC, DE and CE. So these new neighborhoods, that is AD and BE and CD are tried. Now here for this iteration the solution is AB plus AC plus DE plus CE, that is 75. And now if we try to add AD instead of DE, so it is taboo move. Okay. Now if we try to replace CE with AD, that is CE with AD. Now CE was 5. Now what is AD? AD is 15. So it will be 15. Now obviously that will be 85 plus penalty 100. So it is 185. Similarly, if we try with other possibilities, what we find is that if we replace AB from this current solution with CD, sorry, with BE, then we get 85 as the best solution in this current iteration. Now this is the best of all the solutions so far, which is nothing but AB plus AC plus D plus C. But with this current new solution, the other possibilities are tried and it is checked whether more better solution is possible or not with respect to current best solution, which is AB plus AC plus DE plus CE. Now we'll see that in the next slide. Here again same thing is done, that with this existing best solution, that is BE plus AC plus DE plus CE, which is 85. Now this remaining neighborhoods, that is AB, AD and CD are tried. So BE is a taboo. Now in taboo there is DE and BE, because DE and BE will be barred for say certain iterations. But our aspiration criteria says that these taboo moves can be included if those taboo moves can give better solution or rather best solution than the current solution. So that is better than the current best solution, I mean to say. So let us try with this now. Now here, if we try with all these possibilities, we see that if DE is replaced with CD. Now if DE, let us focus here. Now we have BE, AC, DE, CE included without any penalty. But if now we replace DE with CD, then we get PE plus AC plus CD plus CE. Now if we try to apply this constraint, the first constraint, that AD and DE, so we'll see whether AD and DE is present or not. So no, it is not present, so constraint 1 is not applied. Then we can see that constraint 2, whether it is applied or not. So we'll see, is there AD included? No. Is there CD included? Yes, it is included. Is there AB included? No. So any one of this is used, then there is no penalty. So obviously for this combination BE, AC, CD and CE, the cost is 70 and there is no penalty. So now this new solution is really better than the current one. Now what was our current best solution? It was cost with 75. Fine. Now what is the new solution? It is 70, which is better than the best solution we got. Now that's why our best solution so far will be BE, AC, CD and CE. So with this algorithm will terminate. Why? Because any further iterations will be just a wastage. So what we have seen in this exercise, that we have seen that to get a minimum spanning tree with minimum cost along with the constraint, the solution we got is not the solution which we got in the case of traditional Prim's or Kruskal, because Prim's and Kruskal will not work with the constraint, whereas taboo search is able to work with the constraint. So that's why we started with this solution we got out of either Prim's or Kruskal. Then we tried with neighborhoods, and then we tried to include the moves which are taboo, which are restricted, but which were giving better solution to us. And with that, what we saw was that the solution we got with the help of taboo search for the given graph was the optimal one with the application of constraint, as I'll say. Hope you have understood this. Let us now see the analysis of taboo search with respect to the problem we have solved, or with respect to any problem we solve. Now if we see the completeness, taboo search guarantees the solution if it exists, and so it is complete. So here we have seen that taboo search is capable of giving the solution of even minimum spanning tree. Optimality, the solution given by taboo search is also low cost solution or optimal solution. So we have seen that taboo search not only just give the solution for the given problem in the traditional way, but also it considers the constraints on the given problem, and it effectively uses the taboo list. So the solution given by the taboo search is low cost or optimal solution, so that's why it is optimal as well. Regarding time complexity, the algorithm has high complexity as it allows the reuse of nodes in the closed list. That means the nodes in the closed list are repeatedly used, so that repetition will obviously increase the complexity of the algorithm. Regarding the space complexity, the algorithm is significantly more, that is, the algorithm has a significantly more space requirement, as closed list is preserved and taboo nodes from the preserved list, that is the closed list, are to be used for the further iteration. So space complexity is significant. So dear learners, how was the lecture? Please subscribe GCS Solutions, like the video if you really like it, share among the friends and comment for the improvements. So we are GCS Solutions, making technology easy to learn. Till next lecture, be intelligent.